we've all heard the word mansplaining, but do you really know when it happens? So there's a video going viral that shows it in action. Take a look.
I've been playing golf for 20 minutes. What you need to do is follow through a lot quicker than what you're doing there right now. See how much better that was.
Wow. In case you didn't know, that woman in that video is a pro golfer who most definitely knows how to hit a golf ball. Mansplaining is an issue everywhere, and our next guest can give you some tips on how to identify it and deal with it. Please welcome to the show communications expert Karen Donaldson.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, Karen. All right, let's just set the record straight. What is mansplaining, and how often does it really happen?
A really good question. So here are a few facts. Mansplaining is when a man explains something to a woman with a huge mistaken assumption that he knows more about it than she does. It's always unsolicited, and sometimes it's delivered in a way that's demeaning, belittling, condescending. And here's the thing. According to new research, the average woman gets mansplained 6 times per week.
Oh, wow.
That is 312 times a year. Too often.
Wow.
So can you give us some examples of how it's commonly used in the workplace?
Oh, indeed. So if you think of a workplace, think of walking into a meeting and a woman presenting, whether it's an in-person meeting or a hybrid meeting, virtual as well. And she's speaking or presenting, and the man feels the need to re-explain what she's just said in different terms to showcase his extreme knowledge on the topic, or like it's brand new information. Or even, this one's really good, or a man telling a woman, a new staff person, how to get ahead in the workplace as a woman.
Mm-hmm. So what about how it's used in our personal lives?
Oh, for sure. A male friend or even a stranger, like the example you just showed a while ago with a pro golfer, trying to educate a woman with their unsolicited explanation. For example, you're out at an event doing something, you are fully sufficient, you are experienced knowing what you're doing, and a gentleman comes over and he interrupts and tries to re-explain and show you how to do something better. And let's talk about it in your personal life. You're at home, you're with your peer, your spouse, and you're cutting up some garlic or doing something around the house, and he comes over and he shows you how to, hold the knife properly.
No words.
I was just thinking, like, would that ever happen? He'd probably just be happy I was chopping something. Honestly.
I have some follow-ups, but I'm very uncomfortable. So I'll just stick to the prompter. What are some ways we can shut it down?
All right, ladies, this is for you. So first thing is this, you want to make eye contact and turn your upper body so you're fully facing the person you're speaking to. If you know them, you do want to say their first name. So Mike, Sam. And the key thing is this, most women don't have a pre-prepared response. So it happens, and it happens so quick, and you're infuriated, but you don't know how to respond. So you look at them, square your body up, say something like, "I've got this, thank you." Or, "I'm speaking." Or,
Nice.
"I'm familiar with the topic, thank you."
I like it.
Those are
That's good.
What about, man, what's wrong with you?
I do want to add, before I get to my question, with the knife thing, what if the person is about to cut themselves and you just want to make sure they're holding the knife properly?
Oh my God.
Obviously,
Can I
that's
finish my question?
Okay, sorry.
I'm getting yelled at.
Sorry.
It's a valid question. And here's the thing. If it's about safety, if someone's walking up the stairs and it looks like they're going to fall or cut themselves, absolutely. However, if someone does not ask for your help or your explanation, stop.
Mm-hmm. Even if they're going to hurt themselves.
Well, it errs on a fine line. However, more than likely, if they've done it before, let them be.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
I just like this question.
No, I mean, it's great. So, I do want to ask about communication. We know it's a two-way street. So what is the man's responsibility in communication and what is the woman's?
I wouldn't say there's either or. Here's the reality. Both men and women have a responsibility to do this, actively listen. And people don't do this very well. And what actively listening means, listen without judgment. Stop preempting what you're going to say while someone's speaking, because you can't listen and curate your response at the same time. Because if you see and you listen to what someone's saying, then you'll realize they don't need any help or re-explanation. The key is to listen more than you speak and be open to other people's thoughts, their experiences, perspectives, without having to correct it or re-explain it. Just let it go.
No, and I love that. And I think, too, as a society, tell us, why should we all collectively care about mansplaining?
For sure, great question. The reality is this: gender bias exists whether we like it or not. And it impacts women more than it does men, but it essentially impacts both sexes. It impacts organizational cultures. When you think about a business and organizations, females feeling undervalued, individuals at the workplace feeling dissatisfaction. We all play a part in challenging these biases and kind of breaking it down. So if you see it, address it and stop turning your head the other way.
Yes, exactly. See something, say something. Karen, thank you so much for joining us today. DBL Nation, to learn more, go to Karen's website. Thank you again, Karen. We always love having you.
Always.
We'll be right back.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.